Let's go!
Quiz time!
It's my 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. This is not just another 24-hour painting marathon. Because not only will I be repainting my second-hand purchased Nurgle army, that is honestly quite well painted, but I want it my style. And not only will Lukas be painting this brand spanking new box of League of Votann that isn't even released yet. Because after these 24 hours, you as a viewer get to decide which one of us did the best job for a 24-hour paint job. Whoever you think did the best job, you comment that name down below in the comment section. And the one with the least comments, well, that one get punished with the second 24 hours painting marathon. But not only that, you also get to decide whatever we're gonna do in the next 24-hour painting marathon, which means that you guys are in control now for a couple of weeks.
Guys, the time to start now.
Let's go. So, I have a lot of Nurgle to paint.
Emil, you're gonna lose this so hard.
Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts.
Yes, that was my best burn right now.
Why are we still here?
Okay, I gotta be honest, I had no idea what stuff I had in this army because I picked it up off eBay and it's a lot more than I had thought, so...
You know, Emil's getting old, eyesight's getting a little bit tired. It's almost feeling like stealing old man's candy.
Lukas is so confident he's gonna beat me in this, but I remember last time, Lukas, who almost fell asleep after like 12 o'clock and who barely could paint in the morning and went home early because he felt so bad.
Epic priming montage.
Nice.
And you might ask yourself, what's on the painting table? Well, for me, it's 2 Great Unclean One, a Spoilpox Scrivener, 2 Beasts of Nurgle, 40 Plague Bearers, and 6 Plague Drones, for a total of 50 miniatures. And maybe I can go from 1,814 unpainted miniatures in my backlog to 1,764. Well, at least one can dream. Lukas will be painting Uthar the Destined, Einhir Champion, 3 Heinik Pioneers, and 20 Hearthkin Warriors. And possibly have a really freaking great start of this brand spanking new army. For a total of 25 miniatures. I got a fair share of minis to repaint today, but yeah, let's bring it to the table.
Thinking of picking up and cleaning all the 3D prints I prepared yesterday. And the freaking cleaning the 3D prints board we use is gone. Freaking best boss ever.
Lukas obviously thinks he's got this whole thing in a bag.
I do got this in the bag.
And honestly, I'm a little bit worried because since he's painting a brand spanking new army, plus he's like the young underdog and like who doesn't want that person to win? I don't want it, but maybe other people want that.
So I feel like I'm not gonna lose that much time making all these 3D printed bases because what I spend in 3D printing and prepping, I take back in painting.
Why, Emil, are you repainting perfectly fine Plague Bearers? It's because I'm stupid. I definitely think it's a great idea to remove all of the bases. It's gonna make the painting a lot faster and it's gonna make basing easier. The first thing at all that I did was start airbrushing the rotflies, and I don't know why I decided to pick the rotflies because they're the ones that are gonna take me the longest time.
So all the dwarves are dry from the primer and I'm bringing out the Imperial Fist contrast paint as well as the airbrush. And the tactic with using yellow contrast paint is turning out really good because it's working like smooth as butter. I'm feeling confident.
So I've done a base coat on all of the flies' armors. 2.5 hours in and I haven't really accomplished what I want to do. So I'm gonna do this one from start to finish. I'm gonna smack Lukas up. He's got no idea what's coming. Yes. So the Great Unclean one is finally starting to shape up. I'm starting to add the highlights with the brush. It's taking me quite some time. I'm gonna give it like 40 more minutes because I ain't got time to paint more.
So I've just streaky grimed everything, and while I'm letting that rest, I'm starting with the bases. So
Are we cheating now? Starting with the bases now already?
But I can't do anything else, so I'm making some nice desert bases with some rocks. And I'm trying out this new clay. I have never worked with it before, and that usually ends up pretty well for me, so...
Okay, it's getting really close to done. The last thing I'm gonna do is just spray with some magenta ink from below on some areas like the kneecap, maybe on the bottom side of the belly, and you can see a grand reveal. I really wanted to have time to highlight the teeth properly and the face and the belly area and make the guts really look cool and shiny and stuff. And maybe I shouldn't have spent that time, because now I have even less time to paint the rest of the army. So there is still hope, I hope.
Turns out the streaky grime hasn't dried yet. I guess I'm gonna move on to painting some faces in the meantime.
Now it's time to get back to those rot flies. I don't know, why am I painting these? Lukas, why am I painting the rot flies now? It's because I'm stupid. Apparently, we're gonna do a quiz now.
I don't even know anything about Warhammer. I'm just here against my will to paint minis. Coming, master!
Apparently, Victor and Maxim had prepared an evening Warhammer quiz for us. And to spice things up, for every answer we get wrong, they're adding another miniature to our pile that we have to finish during the night. So if we fail, do we really have to paint more minis? Okay, let's do this. I'm ready, I'll go first.
What is the name of the orc-themed Mad Max board game?
Korka Morka. Let's go! 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10!
What year is the Mordheim storyline set in?
I know this.
1100.
One more mini for Lukas.
What the hell?
How many warbands are currently in Warhammer Underworlds?
I would say 22. 38!
Which model won the Slayer Sword at the Golden Demon 2022 at Adepticon?
I should know this. Wasn't it the guy with the lizard man guy?
Yes, yeah, you got it.
How many Space Marine legions are there?
38!
I know. No. But not all of them are accounted for. There are only 18 legions known today. Because 2 of them are wiped out of existence.
I don't even know anything about Warhammer.
Can we switch some questions?
What caused the Eye of Terror?
Was it when Horus blipped his brother? Oh, okay.
To this date, how many Kill Team boxes have been released?
Boom! Mic drop. I still failed 2 questions. That is not good.
Which brand is the oldest? Citadel, Vallejo, or Reaper?
It must be Citadel. But I will take it.
Who destroyed the old world?
Skaven. Suck it, Bleaches. They blew up the fucking moon and the planet just exploded. Can't say it's Archeon, but it was Skaven's fault.
The twin-tailed comet just started everything.
Yeah.
That's the rocket that Skaven used to destroy the moon.
I don't even know anything about Warhammer.
So I don't get that one. I didn't say Archeon before you guys.
This is a Warhammer name in French, please translate it.
Chevalier judiciaire avec chien griffe.
And I think it's the Judicator on a bike. Oh, I just thought it would be 40k. This...
Did you have any question right?
Yeah, I got one right?
Lucas is just trying to cheat now and not have to paint 5 minis. Oh, thank you for picking small minis for me. Okay, so they gave me 3 more minis to paint, and one of them is it's big. Stop! But I have a plan. I'm gonna cheat and make them all into one. It's gonna be awesome. Trust me. My genius plan was simple. Remove the chunky bits of Nurglings on top of the Glotkin and replace that with just the Sloppity Bilepiper and a single Nurgling that I was given. There's one big risk with the whole thing though. The green stuff needs 3-4 hours of drying before I can paint on top of it.
It's almost 8 o'clock, the grime still hasn't dried. I feel like if it hasn't dried by 10 o'clock or something, I'm still gonna have to like matte varnish it so that I can at least start putting on some contrast paints that could potentially just ruin the entire army. So I guess it's more faces.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Imagine you're an artist, like, there Lucas here. And you've become really freaking good at painting these dwarven faces because, quite frankly, he's been at it for like 6 hours. And you want to showcase that to the rest of the world. Well, Squarespace is the only platform you're ever gonna need for that. Seriously, it's so simple that even Lucas can make an amazing looking website using one of their bazillion different templates. If he wants to upload an image of this awesome looking dwarven leader that he's gonna finish in like 3 hours, then he can just drag that image to the website and boom, you have a finished website gallery. If that ain't fly, I don't know what is. If you have the tiniest bit of creativity in your soul, you can try out Squarespace for free just by following the link down below. And then when you're ready to launch, just use the code SQUIDMAR and you get 10% off your entire purchase. I am really happy with my idea with the Glotkin and the Sloppity Bilepiper. I almost got more excited about like green stuffing and converting models as to painting. I really hope I have time to finish it. As long as the green stuff dries, maybe in like 2-3 hours, I'm just gonna jump right on it.
So far I've finished all the faces, but the streaky grime still hasn't dried. Now I have no other choice than just going out with a matte varnish and hopefully it doesn't ruin them. Wish me the bestest of luck so that I can beat Emil's cocky little ass.
Here we go.
And so far I've only been able to finish 1 of the Great Unclean ones and 6 of the Rot Flies. That means that I still have 43 miniatures plus the freaking Glotkin to finish. I really need to airbrush some base coats on all of the Plague Bearers, and that is quickly. And Lucas needs to wait again. This time the varnish needs to dry for at least about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, he's finishing up his bases. I don't want to paint any more Plague Bearers, I just want to paint the Glotkin. But the green stuff needs like 1 more hour.
I have no right talking about drying time.
You can be a drying time.
This entire project is a fucking drying time. With the varnish dried, I've decided to finish the leader from start to finish. That way, I'll know for sure that I have at least painted 1 mini.
I'm hammering on. Right now I'm painting all the black parts of all the minis, which is a lot. At least the streaky grime is holding up, not ruining everything. The small victories in life.
I've been having so much fun with this that I've kind of neglected the rest of the stuff. We only have like
6 hours.
7 more hours.
Yeah.
7 more hours. I'm gonna have to call this one done, but I'm gonna have to finish more stuff. I'm a little bit worried I'm not gonna finish this. Lucas,
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if you would win this challenge and I would be forced to paint again next week for 24 hours, how many likes does this video have to get for you to paint with me?
Well, say 30,000 or something.
Is it a deal if the other person loses? We join them if it gets a lot of like?
Yeah, sounds fair.
Please, I do not want to suffer through this alone again. Smash like.
Don't smash like. No, smash like.
Oh my god, I look so freaking genius with my glasses on. Lucas is looking really tired now. It's like 3 o'clock. This is where experience trumps over youth and vigor. That's obviously not as vigor as it thinks it is. Anyway, 5 more hours. I haven't even started with basing. I still have all of the freaking plague bearers left to do. That was actually really fun. I'm really tired now, but I'm incredibly excited to see which one of these armies you were most excited about. Leave the comment down below and let us know if I'm gonna have to paint for 24 hours again or if it's you.
Or if it's both.
That would actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, 30,000 likes.
Now it's time for a very tired but nonetheless grand reveal. Obviously, the army as a whole and the bases are not quite finished. Like the Beast of Nurgle and the Forge World Great Unclean One, that's pretty much just got one base coat on them. But the few stuff that I managed to finish fully, I'm really happy with, and the Plague Bearer look is actually growing on me. I'm also incredibly stoked about how the Glotkin is looking so far. So overall, I'm really happy what I managed to get done. And from now on, I can just paint the details and highlights on my miniatures on my spare time, as all of the general colors and base coats are added to all of the miniatures. And the Blue Great Unclean One is pretty much close to done. But now, it's time for Lucas' army.
I feel so happy having finished a playable army in just one night. However, it was kind of a bummer that the Streaky Grime decided not to dry, because that was not very nice of it. So even though I managed to get color everywhere, I didn't quite manage to finish the entire army. I'm really happy with how the boss turned out and some of the smaller ones, but I feel like if I had 20 more minutes on each miniature, I could probably get the entire army looking the same way as the boss. And my favorite part of the minis are definitely the faces. I feel like this alone brings up the standard of the entire army and makes it look so much more finished.
Thanks to this week's awesome sponsor. Check out the link down below.
And also a massive thanks to all of these amazing patrons who support us every month.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You can do that if you want to help out. Otherwise, you know, subscribing is nice.
This button.
Yeah. Up here. No, it's there. No, it's there. What the?